What's up, YouTubes? Alright, got the Russian TT33 out. This one here was made in 1942. It's a refurb, so a lot of the pieces is mismatching, but it's got that 1942 date right there, and you know, I got a hard on for history. So, yeah, check out the nice grips I got for it, eh? It's like some kind of redwood grips for the TT33. Uses a tool, you need a little Allen key in order to get them on, but I really like them. They're a lot better than the plastic grips I find. I'll show you one if I can find it. There's the right panel grip, or left I should say. That's what it looks like. It's just black plastic with a star in the middle, CCCP, and it's pretty simple how it locks in. You know, you place it on top right there. If I can just try to get a good angle so you can actually see it. There we go. You just turn this thing here, you just stick your finger inside of the magazine well. You turn this, it locks into place, but you see with this, it comes loose during shooting and ends up going like that, and then when you put the pistol down or something, it just kind of falls off, which sucks. So I had to get another pair of grips, and I thought these look pretty good, you know, red and black. It's pretty Russian. Anyways, I'm going to take this thing apart using no tools, just like the 1911, but this one is a bit easier, I find. So first off, I'm going to take out the firing pin first. Just drop the hammer completely. Push the right side of the pin on the frame, on the slide I should say, and the firing pin comes out. As you can see, there's supposed to be two prongs on the end of that, but you can see there's only one. One of them broke off unfortunately, but still gets the job done. I just got to keep the hammer either cocked back all the way or on half cock so that it doesn't fall out, because this can actually fall out on its own with a dropped hammer, but leaving it on safety is better anyways. So yeah, the firing pin and firing pin spring just drops out easily. Now to take apart the rest of the pistol. I already showed it safe, you know, showed it that it was empty. Now I'm going to use the magazine to move this here latch that keeps the slide stop in place. Push on this, and I keep my thumb on the other side so that when it comes loose, I might accidentally end up scratching something with the mag, just letting it go. That's why I keep my thumb on the other side and make sure it doesn't go too far and mar up the frame. So now I'm going to go ahead and take out the slide stop. Hold on to the slide so it doesn't go flying. It's pretty tame. The recoil spring is not quite that tame, however. Now I'm going to use the slide stop to push down on the recoil spring plug. Keep my thumb over it so it doesn't go flying. Rotate the barrel bushing. Barrel pushing comes right off. Now watch out for that spring, because if that goes, the recoil spring plug there will just pop right off and go and hide in some kind of corner where you can't find it, like a little douche. So watch out for that. Okay, the frame comes right off. There's the hammer assembly. That pretty much takes care of the frame. Well, you could take off this tab, there's really no need to. I don't really know how to take out the trigger, or the trigger spring in there, or the magazine release. I tried it before, but I couldn't figure out how, so I'm going to leave it as is. Hasn't given me any problem so far. There. That is a complete strip, as far as I know. Also, to take off these grips, you kind of need a little tool, and there's really no need of it anyways. I guess you could go in under there every now and again to, you know, make sure there's no rust, oil it up to prevent rust, but yeah, it's good as is. Alright, let's put it back together. I need that hammer assembly, aren't I? Hold it in with my thumb. Otherwise it'll just fall right out. So I put the frame upside down here. There we go. Oh. There. Just gotta line up that little loop thing that's under the barrel so I can get the slide stop in. There we be. Push that tab up so it locks in the slide stop. Now I'm gonna drop the hammer just so it's easier to deal with this here recoil spring. And like I said, you really gotta watch out for that. This thing actually came, I let it go accidentally when I was pushing it down, and the recoil spring plug actually came off and hit me right next to my eye. Would have had a really bad day if it actually hit my eye. So when you're dealing with stuff under spring tension, it's a good idea to wear some safety glasses or something. But I never learn from my mistakes, so I'm not wearing any right now. Actually, I've done this plenty of times, so I figure I think I'm alright. Oh, yeah, about the firing pin. See a notch on top of there? Yeah, that notch there. You make sure that that's pointed upwards when you put it in the back of the slide. Now I'm going to drop the hammer on it just so it keeps it in there. Got to kind of push the firing pin down in order to let it down always. There we go. The hammer's pushing down and it's pushing that firing pin in place. I can put the firing pin thing on the left side of the slide, and it will go right through and hold that firing pin in place. Now because that second tab is missing, if I just left the hammer down like that, it'll push the firing pin in place, and that leaves this pin here loose, and it can literally just pop out. Well, sometimes it pops out, but it's behaving itself right now, but I always keep it on half cock just like that. You can't pull the trigger and you can't move the slide this way, and also, since the hammer is back, the firing pin spring is pushing on the firing pin, which is putting pressure on the firing pin, which means it's not going to come out easily. But yeah, this actually came out on its own once. Fell on my floor, I had to go look for it, and yeah. You know, it's a friggin' 69-year-old pistol. I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's still reliable. Oops. Put the hammer down all the ways. These are very, very common pistols. They made a lot of them during World War II and shortly thereafter until they made the Makarov. I believe North Korea and China still use these, so that's pretty interesting. Very cheap, robust, reliable. Yeah, good pistols. Alright, take it easy, YouTube.